Well, hot damn. Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play The Legend of Grimrock 2. Yeah, well this is Legend of... Oh my god, there's a guy here. No, this is not The Legend of Grimrock 2. I felt the need to mention this in the videos though, right? Because I've been watching a lot of, like, I think I mentioned this a while ago. I've been watching a lot of kind of small time just LPs, just people playing games. And where the way I do it, because I get like so obsessed with series and stuff, and I just watch back to back to back to back, like just on in the background at the very least, just for like all day, as long as I'm at the computer kind of thing. I never read descriptions in those series, and I never read comments or anything like that. And from my own videos, making my own ones, it makes me realise how much like you really do miss out on. How many little things. So I thought I would say, for any potential person, you know, long into the future that's doing the same thing as I do when I'm watching LPs, Legend of Grimrock 2 was announced recently, guys. It's crazy. And also somebody linked as well, well, actually, I think I mentioned that it had been announced. Somebody did link to me, though, the first screenshot for the game came out. The devs, Almost Human, they actually run a pretty interesting blog. They mentioned their ideas for, first, a DLC for Legend of Grimrock, that in the end they figured they wanted to do a lot more grand stuff. So basically they decided, no, right, we're gonna turn it into a full game. And they did a recent blog where they said like 2 different big ideas that they wanted the game to be, and why essentially they decided that they wouldn't work. And it's because, like, for example, one of the ideas was that it was going to be a very large open world game where you'd be hopping from area to area to area, but it would still keep this kind of very tile based system. But then they realized that if it was going to be on a like really grand scale where you'd be out exploring forests and all the different regions that we see on that world map, that if they did it like that and it was tile based, it didn't mesh very well. Anyway, it was a really fascinating blog. They put that out, and then like a day later, here's where Liz gets overloaded. I knew she would eventually. I'm going to drop the Sword of Nex. I feel bad dropping that because we went to so much effort, but we don't need it. We don't need it. Screw you, Priestesses of Nex. We don't need you. So anyway, there you go. At least I don't think I need that later on in the game. I might be proved wrong on that at some point. But anyway, so yeah, they put out a screenshot. It looks fantastic, guys. Imagine just like it's the same. You can see from the screenshot, it's still like very tile based, and it's very much going to be the same kind of game. But it's like it's outside this thing, and it looks. Oh my god! Oh, and I've caught it myself again. It's outside. You can see like it's on like this really kind of green, mountainy looking area with like an old ruined path with weird like statues and ruins out in the distance, and there's a wooden bridge, and on the other side of the bridge is like one of those giant like Etin guys ready to attack the player, and so, it just looks fantastic. It's my background at the moment, and yeah, I can't wait to see what Grimrock 2 is like. I don't know why, but I look at that screenshot and I think of the potential, like, of how fascinating the game could be just to explore. Right now, for example, it's going to be a lot more effort for them to design the game, but right now if you have a look, like all we get is just walls to look at, right? But if it's actually outside, there's going to be so much eye candy and things to see going on in the distance that's just really exciting to me. I don't know why, but I find games where you basically have... Okay, no, I'm going to have to describe what's going on here. Okay, right. So as you can see, we've just finished the labyrinth type area. There really wasn't too much to say in the game here, right? But this whole place doesn't really have many hidden things, but there is something that I have missed. Do you remember way back earlier where we saw that iron door? Well, you can actually open that from a lever that you might have seen as well. Hey, look, and another dinosaur. Awesome. So we're just going to quickly run back, grab that lever to open the door. But yeah, to finish my thought about Grimrock, it's going to be really, really fascinating if they can really have a lot of different environments. Like, I was particularly excited after seeing that screenshot, but of the idea of a game where, like, for one chapter, maybe you're out in that mountainous-looking area that looks fantastic, but also you go to snowy tundra areas or deserts and stuff. That really excites me. I don't know what it is, but with games that kind of keep you on a rail, like 2D, like side-scrolling platformers, right? Always kind of fascinate me where you can look where like you're limited to the plane where you can move left and right, mostly left, right, left, right, left, right. But I always love with those games, I always get really excited about the environments on them because it's somehow so much more abstract when you're just looking at like art that's rolling by in the background, or even perhaps in the foreground too. A lot of games from my childhood and even side scrollers that I play these days, I always find myself way more captivated by the world and what's going on with it when it's just kind of art that's going on in the background and I'm limited going there. There are kind of big open world games like, you know, like the Elder Scrolls series and like a myriad of others, but they never capture me in the same way. When it's a game where it's like, oh, look at that mountain in the distance, you can actually go over there. That doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't resonate with me, not as much as when it's a platforming game. I really want to go off and explore all the beautifully drawn backgrounds and environments in platformers and games where you're limited where you can go, but not in games where I'm not limited, which is such a weird thing. It's not even just side-scrollers. I mean, look at, like, for example, Final Fantasy X really brings that to me as well. Like, in that game, you're limited to just, like, paths, and you can't really even move the camera. The camera's on a lock. The camera will follow you, and it's a fully 3D environment, but it's locked, and you can't move the camera for yourself. And on those games, looking out on, like, the fields in the background and stuff wherever you go, that always looks really cool as well. It's like as soon as you're being restricted, that makes me really excited about going out and exploring everywhere. My point is, with Grimrock 2, that could be a very cool feeling as well, because I got that just from that one screenshot. I would love, and that's going to be really cool to see. So anyway, right, we've done the catacomb type area. What did we get from that door, you might be asking? Well, all we got was a scroll that says lightning bolt, but I wanted to find it for you guys just to show you that that's everything that's going on there. Scroll of lightning bolt, required skill, air magic 14. We're going to drop that for now. Now here we've got a place called the Outer Sanctum. Now, do you remember earlier we opened up that area called the Inner Sanctum? Do you remember where we kind of pressed the button behind the tabard ages ago that I showed at the start of the last episode? Oh, we're about to run out of light. That's not good. No, I don't want to break my record of filming very well with light all the time. So anyway, we've got that little area there with a keyhole. Well, you might have guessed it. Yes, we have a key to open that because we did that earlier. If we do progress, though, I want to show you guys this. This is the pillared hallway. Okay, so you see we've kind of snaked our way all the way down here, which is kind of cool. And if we run down the pillared hallway, we'll find that the game starts playing little tricks on us. Again, like it was in that corridor before. We can't get to the end of it. We just keep running forward and forward and forward and forward, and it doesn't work. It's a lot like that staircase in Super Mario 64, right? The never-ending staircase. We cannot get through there. So how do we do it? I'm going to let you guys try and figure that one out, okay? Because we're going to go off and do a different bit of the floor now. But again, this is a situation where there's a puzzle that we can progress. But on my first time through the game, I thought, well, there's other things I haven't done. Maybe I'm missing something. But you can figure that puzzle out. I want to establish it now to give you guys time to figure out for yourselves, should you wish to. There's some tar beads here, which is very handy, considering we've got something quite dangerous coming up. So, you also notice that this entire floor, okay, you will get no chance to save. So this is pretty much hell for me. But it's also not too difficult in terms of fights, I would say. So anyway, we've got this area here too. The Outer Sanctum. Now, what is it that I feel like I'm missing? Because I really feel like I'm missing something. Nothing, probably, but I do want to craft myself a whole bunch of potions. So, give me 1 second, guys. We've got 6 tar beads. I see no problem with cooking them all up. I'm also going to rest, so I'll catch you after I've rested, because Chaos is going to take ages to heal up from that anyway, so... Oh, okay, hold on. We're having a vision. Forgot about this. Okay, ... You need to be careful, says the disembodied voice. Who are you? Damn it. More cogs and stuff in the background. They live here, and they will want to stop you. Who are they? Are you Turum? Are you the person writing on the walls? Who are you? What is this? They fear you might undo their vision. And what's their vision? Who knows? Oh, I know what I was forgetting. It was to get another torch, wasn't it? Hold on. There's another torch here. Here we go. Yeah, I thought I was forgetting something. So there we go. Right. Okay, Chaos is healed up. Arachnia, I only made 4 potions at this point, actually. Liz is going to carry 1. As long as things don't go terribly, I'm pretty confident this will go alright. I'm going to take the lightning bombs for Arachnia here. Right, and of course we've got this key. So this was the ornate key, was the key that we found next to in the what was it called? The Inner Sanctum, right? Now we're at the Outer Sanctum, that would make sense. It does, so here we go. And this is sort of an extra bit, isn't it? Because we don't really need to do this. As I just explained, we can get through that corridor anyway. So this is an extra thing. I am going to be prepared. If you were a fire mage, I would recommend use your fire spells, your fire shield. I don't know why I cast a poison shield there. That's not going to help us, but here we go. Right. So just we're going to fight 3 Guardians at the same time here. Just try your best. Oh no, they've got me. They're going to get me. Oh no, maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. Drink that. Oh yeah, this is a great tactic. I didn't do this before. Okay, so this room, I'll explain how this works specifically in a second. But this room is, if you can hide in a place where basically I just came to, you'll be far safer. So we'll shoot a light. That lightning bomb didn't actually do too much damage to him there, did it? There we go. Hello. When there's only one left, even when there's only two left, you should be pretty okay. So there we go. Right, we are in this new room. This is the Sanctum, as far as I can assume from the notes on the walls. We're locked in here, so you cannot escape. It will spawn 3 Guardians. If you can worm your way into one of these little corridors like so, you'll be pretty safe. But I'm pretty sure that each Guardian, God, why am I so bloated? Each one will spawn here, like in the little corridors, in the hallways. So it might be kind of tricky. I think I fluked my way there. But then again, I also ran into a bit of bad luck with that guy disappearing. You want to try and just nuke out one very quickly. But anyway, we're locked in. What do we do? Well, we're not too locked in, honestly. If you have a look on this wall here, you'll find a hidden switch. That actually opens the door for you. So I guess another possibility in that fight is to try and get to the switch and then run away. But hey, that'd be pretty difficult. So you can leave. But this is still kind of a big side. This is like an extension to the secret we found right at the start where we got the scroll and the key in the first place. We got 4 of these creepy guys, sorry. Oh man, and I wanted to point that out as well through the door. I wanted to freak you guys out and be like, ooh, look at the scary guys. So we got these. Still don't really know what's going on, but I will point out one more thing about them now. They seem to have like tentacles coming out of their mouths, and haven't we seen some tentacle monsters in the dungeon, in these grates already? The grates which are still all over the place and they could pop out of any of them. Again, adding to the creepiness. Well, I just want to point that out to you guys. Anyway, each of these little rooms as well, we also get these weird like stained glass windows, and it looks like these monsters are on these too, except without the tentacles, which is odd. And then we get like chains and cogs as ever. So again, more of these weird icons and things of these menacing looking creatures that I suppose as we go further and further we can only assume these are the guardians of the place, perhaps. So here we've got this note written in gold that says 3 ancient beings of deep. Well, let's just go through here, see what happens. Nothing happens. We come back into the room where we currently were, and that will occur no matter which of these we go through. So it would seem that we're kind of stuck, but when you go through the first one, it will actually, if you notice, drop a scroll at your feet. This is how you solve the puzzle. It just drops a scroll that has in Roman numerals written 3, 2, 1, 3. And actually, that's kind of interesting. What did the Romans... Oh, no, I'm not. That's going to be a stupid thing. I'm not going to say that. Right, okay, so we've got these numbers, and we also get a bunch of notes on the walls. Hands that slaughter, eyes that deceive. We get 1 over... That's the way we came from, so you don't get any over there. We get 1 in this room that says Son of Hatred. And lastly, we get 1, which we already read, which is over here, that says 3 ancient beings of deep. So what does this mean? Let's have a look again. 3, 2, 1, 3. Well, I'm actually quite proud of myself when I first figured this out. So actually you can see that this says 3 over on the scroll. It says 3 on the wall. So maybe there's something there, perhaps. Well, let's try and go through again. It doesn't seem to do anything. So what does it mean by 2 then and 1 then? Well, if you think about it logically, you can figure that out. Hands that slaughter, eyes that deceive. How many hands do people have? 2. How many eyes do people have? 2. Now, you could get the number 4 out of that, but there's no 4 on the scroll. So we just went into the 3 teleporter. Let's go into the 2 teleporter. Still nothing much really going on. Well, what else have we got? 1. Well, what did that other note say? Do you guys remember? It said Son of Hatred. How many suns are there? Well, yeah, that's a bit of a weird question. There's our sun. There is 1 sun. There's many stars, but we have the sun, right? So there's 1 sun. Let's go through there. And then lastly, it says 3 again. I don't know. It seems a bit unlikely that this will do anything, doesn't it? So let's just make sure we got it. 3 ancient beings of deep. Aha! Look. So now we get a different area. That will take us back. If you do choose to go back, you can always just step back in. You'll be fine. The game doesn't make you go through the complicated process again. We've got 2 levels up to deal with. I'm just trying to remember when I started this video and when I need to end it. We've got... Okay, so Arachnia doesn't want to go into Earth anymore. She's already 7 in fire. Oh, do I ignore the ice magic? Why have I made such a mess up of this? Oh my god. See, with fire, I could go just a little bit more, get a fire shield. Just a little bit. And because of this gear, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it again, okay? I'm not going to ask for your judgment, guys, though, until the end of the next episode, because we're going to get some gear in the next episode that might sway your opinion. I'm going to leave it, though, with Arachnia again. The question is fire or ice, I guess, now. Air, it's too late. We've left it too late. If I didn't put those points in ice, it could have been a choice. But okay, so fire or ice. We're already 7 in fire. We've unlocked one spell in ice. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just like a basic ice attack, which I'll figure out on my next recording session. But yeah, so hold your tongues for now, but I'm going to wait with Arachnia. Okay, so also, Chaos. Chaos is leveled up. He's going to go into Axis. Check it out. He's got Rampage. An extremely powerful attack dealing massive damage. Brilliant. And I'm just going to put an extra point on him there, because eventually, why not? Let's just put him into Axe Master. He's been the most simple, just a little bit into heavy armor, into armors to get heavy armor, and now just axes. And so that's basically it for Chaos, which is great, because being a Minotaur, he didn't start with many skill points anyway. As you'll see when I finally upload that video where I create these characters, which actually I deleted the other day and realized that I deleted it and found it in my recycle bin. So yeah. Okay, right. We're on a pressure pad here. If we step off to the right, it will conjure a poison cloud at us. If we step off to the left, it will do the same. If we step off the front way, it will open up this pressure pad, which I didn't mean to do so quickly, and we will fall into this room below. So now we are in Grimrock Temple 2. We can also see level 11, the tomb. When did we find that? I can't remember. We've never been there, have we? I can't remember ever going to the tomb. We must have at some point. That must have been a part of the vault, maybe. Maybe it teleported us there into the tomb, because we never came through Grimrock Temple. But yeah, this is, aside from whenever we were in the tomb there, this is as low as we've ever got. Level 11, Grimrock Temple. We're getting pretty, level 10, sorry. We're getting pretty low, and level 11 next is the tomb after that. So anyway, Temple 2 here we are. This isn't the floor proper, of course. This is just sort of an extra little area. Here you will find some more alchemy supplies. And you'll find some food too, which really we don't need. I'm just swimming in food, especially if you decided to pick up a bunch of those steaks and things. Oh, that was rotten bread. Whoops. Which has diseased us, which is brilliant. But we do, from a longer time ago, have this antidote. So we will drink that. There's going to be a new type of potion we get as well in a minute, which will be cool. So we'll drink that. Well, that kind of worked out. That was a good excuse. So yeah, we ate the rotten bread. Try not to do that. I don't know. That's a bit of a weird mechanic. I don't know what that's used for. But here you'll find a cage with what looks like a very cool item on the other side. There's a scroll here that says, "Stand where the shadows of the torches cross and toss a rock with all your might to the east and to the north." What the hell does that mean? Okay, well, it's pretty simple. I can't demonstrate this fully to you guys, though, because I only have one torch, because light's been a little bit troubling for me recently. But here we go. Look, stand where the shadows of the torches cross and toss a rock, okay? So just remember that, the shadows of the torches. So by laying a torch here, you'll see actually that it's cast this shadow here. Can you see, right? So this is kind of a dark square that the shadows cast, right? But there's another shadow over here arcing across this bit of the room, right? That would kind of lead you to believe this is a square too that's in the dark. Well, let's lay down the other torches and see what other shadows they cast. So there's another one here. And what shadows does this cast? Well, another one onto this square. So this is where two shadows would rest. If you can imagine that there's still light over there. In fact, I think the only way you can do this is by doing it with one torch, because there's probably too much light that would dilute the shadows if you did it from many other angles. And finally, we've got another one here. Well, where does this cast shadows? Well, nowhere really easy to see, but this is still in darkness over here, right? So that looks like our best bet, right, doesn't it? So we're going to go to where the shadows cast, where all the shadows go, right? Where the shadows of the torches cross. So you can get there for the laymen. You can stand, right? Stand facing the gate. If you turn around, you can take 2 steps forward and 1 step to the left. And this is the square that you want. It might be one further forward. Now from here it says, toss a rock with all your might to the east and to the north. So we're going to take the rock in our hand here, and I think simply all you have to do, we can look with the compass here, all you have to do is aim that way, that's west that we're looking, and throw the rock. Damn, I think I threw it the wrong way. Oh, brilliant. Wow. Real clever there. Good job. Okay, let's try that again. Let's throw it this way. Oh, no. Don't do this to me, game. Don't do this. Am I in the wrong spot? Maybe I need to be 1 square forward. No, that didn't work. Was I correct with this direction? No, I wasn't correct. Oh, no. I remember on my first playthrough, I got stuck here too. On my test run, I didn't actually play this bit before I started filming, which is why I'm faffing about, because it would have required finding a rock, which I had to do a massive detour through the entire floor to get, might I add, which was stupidly annoying. Damn it. I'm going to fiddle about with this a little bit. Maybe it's 2 squares forward and 1 to the right, and then you throw a rock that way? No? I really shouldn't be doing this by trial and error. It's not a very informed run, is it? Throw it that way then? No? Okay, guys, I'm gonna just cut it until I figure it out. Okay, hold on. So I think we need to go 1, 2, 3, and then left, which was the square I was talking about before. Okay. And then I think we actually need to throw the rock twice, to tell you the truth, because if you read the note, it says, throw with all your might to the east and to the north. So it should be very simple. Just follow it very directly. First face east, throw the rock. Did it already open? No. And then pick it up and then throw it to the north. And that should open the gate. Or we might need 2 rocks to do this. And if we need 2 rocks, that's going to be super annoying. But there is another rock that we'll get soon on this floor. So... oh man, okay, right guys, right, this has been a bit of a mess up, but we will leave this. We're going to come back to the secret in a little bit, okay, when we get the second rock, and then I can try. I think we just need 2 rocks, and basically we stand on the spot that was in darkness, which is this one. So hopefully the logic behind this is sound, and it makes sense to you guys. And then we throw 1 to the east, and that is the east, right? The red line is the one that's... yeah, because that's west, so yeah. And then what we do is we throw 1 to the east and 1 to the north, and it will open up, and it will open the way. So anyway, we'll come back to this. Lots of stuff to be coming back to. But that secret aside, in that pit, what are we meant to be doing? Well, by standing on this pad here, we're actually ensuring that we don't fall down. So let's weigh this down with this rock for now, okay? And don't worry, we'll be able to reclaim that. So now we can actually stand here. Alright, well, what have we got? Well, we've got an iron door in front of us, which we can look through. Can't really see anything back there, though, which is a shame. There doesn't seem to be much going on. Well, what else have we got? Well, if you look to your right... over on that pad, you'll see there's another pressure pad behind this gate, which I'll show you there. So can you see that? So grab some other trash, perhaps the scroll that we found underneath. It's as good as anything else, since we know the hint, and throw it on there. Then just quickly step back off, and you'll actually manage to get through. So it's just a little bit of timing there. I was reading a criticism on the forum where someone was like, oh, I wish there was more actual puzzles instead of timing-based stuff, which I guess I can kind of understand. Anyway, you'll find a lever on that side. Well, what does the lever do? Well, nothing much that we can see, apparently, so that's a bit of a shame. Well, from there, though, we can obviously move off on the right. Now, this is kind of difficult. This is where I'd recommend to anyone else to save, because if you fall down that pit too many times, it's going to cause you some real aggro. Now, what the idea here is that we're going to step on top of this, and then we're going to dodge through. Oh, I did it first time! Amazing. Okay. Wow, you guys are not going to be able to do that first time, I promise you. So you jump across, right, and you need to get through while it's really difficult to do the timing, and mostly it's based on luck. Stand on it and then step to the right and just hold to the right as best you can. If you get caught in that teleporter, it will teleport you directly on top of the trapdoor, which then will promptly open up and drop you to the floor below, which you don't want to happen. So make sure that you make your attempt in the same way I just attempted it, because then if you get teleported in a poor way, as long as you continue holding right, as long as you keep D key held down, basically, you're automatically going to run off and you will never fall down the trap, which I'll demonstrate to you guys in a second. But anyway, this is how you do it. Wow, I can't believe I did it the first time. Pull it, and now that's both levers pulled down, which, as you can see here... oh, how did I mess that up? Which, as you can see, or as you're about to see, has actually opened up the gate on the far side of the room, which is great. So look over there. And yeah, here, I'll demonstrate to you guys, because you can never make it twice in a row, look. So if you mess up, just hold right in it. But that might have looked complicated, but it means that you won't fall, because you're going to land back where you started. And that's how you do it. So anyway, there you go. Oh, wow. Jesus. All of that, what was all of this for? The giant room with the puzzle, with the riddle, with all of these crazy timing bits. What was it all about? And now reclaim your rock before you leave, by the way. What was it all for? A key. An ornate key. So we used the key to come in this room, and we just got a key back. What is that? So it's for the thing in the trap room, in the trap door, like down below, which obviously I haven't got yet, which is mildly frustrating. But don't worry, when we get a second rock, we'll go back. I'm 100%, almost, I'm 99% sure that we need 2 rocks to finish that. So there you go, guys. I'm also going to end this episode here because I think this has been way too long, so you lucky bastards. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time for part 3 and the final part of the Grimrock Temple 1, at least. And we've got much more temple to do after that. But yeah, thanks very much, guys. I'll catch you next time. And yeah, as I say, we'll decide what we do with Arachnia after you guys see this item that I'm about to get. So anyway, thanks, guys. I'll catch you later.